did you learn to ride a bike? I want to see a show of hands here. Did you learn to ride a bike by reading a book? Not seeing hands. Okay. Did you learn to ride a bike by listening to a TED Talk? How about going to a 3-hour training on expert bike riding experiences? Okay, I'm still not seeing any hands. How did you learn to ride a bike? Let me hear it. Oh, you got pushed down the driveway. Those are parents that I'd like to meet, yeah. What else?
My dad held the seat.
Your dad held the seat from the car?
No, the back. Just fine.
On the bike, yeah. How else did you learn to ride a bike?
Just got on the bike and ran.
You got on the bike and ran. Now I want to know, were you perfect the first time you got on that bike? No. I'm seeing it. No, you wobbled, you stumbled. At the very least, you needed to put a foot down. Possibly you even fell down. And what did you need to do? You needed to get back on the bike. Exactly. And so it's almost ridiculous that we're even talking about this, right? And yet, as adults, this is exactly what we do. We want to learn something new, we read a book. We want to do something different, we watch a YouTube video. Leaders want their employees to do something different. Well, let's call in the consultant for a workshop. And yet, none of these experiences get us on that bike. I had a client named Bill who contacted us for a workshop on communication. He had a fantastic team. They were capable, experienced, talented leaders. When you got them in a room, they were incredibly friendly, but perhaps too friendly. The meetings that they had were quiet, they were hesitant, they were cautious. And what Bill was looking for is he wanted meetings where people would push some big ideas. He wanted people to challenge each other, to hold people accountable, to give some honest truths. And so he asked, can you do a workshop on communication? And I'm going to tell you what I told Bill. Sure, yeah, we could do a workshop on communication, but it's not going to get you the results that you're looking for. I work in adult learning, and there is a common framework that we use to evaluate training programs, and it's called the Kirkpatrick Model. The Kirkpatrick Model looks at trainings at 4 different levels, asking 4 different questions. Here's the first one. Level 1, did the people attending that training have a good time? Now, as a trainer who's been in this profession for over 20 years now, I can tell you, you throw some candy at your crowd, they're going to tell you they're having a good time. Okay? You can make sure people are having a good time. Now, I have no doubt many of you have also been to trainings where you did not have a good time. So level 1 is not guaranteed. But level 1 you can do in a workshop. Level 2. Level 2's question is, did the participants learn anything? Now, this is a little bit trickier than throwing candy at your crowd. That requires people to have an understanding of what it is that needs to be learned. We need to check in with folks to see, did they actually learn it? Now, personally, for me, level 3 is where things get interesting. What we ask at level 3 is, did what people learned in level 2 transfer to their day-to-day work? Can we see a change in behavior based on what they learned in that training program in their day-to-day interactions? Now we're getting to the good part, right? This is what HR professionals, CEOs, business owners, let's be honest, everyday coworkers want to see. They want to see what is that change that we can have as a result of that workshop. But we're not done yet. Level 4. Level 4 is when we look to see, did that behavior change in level 3 have an impact on organizational goals? Why is it that Bill wanted better communication on his team? Could it possibly be to have better meetings, that were just more fun to attend? Possibly. But what he was looking for was better results. He wanted increased profitability. He wanted a team that was launching the big ideas and outdoing their competition. That's what he was looking for at level 4. You can't get that in a workshop. And so often, as we talk to organizations, it's not uncommon for us to say, workshops don't work. And don't get me wrong, I love workshops. I put on an excellent workshop. I have no doubt that all of you have attended workshops that are fantastic at that level 1 and level 2. But that's not why you're here today. The bigger question is, how do you develop programs for your teams and for your employees that get to level 3, that gets to level 4? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. How is it that you can move beyond learning about communication, alignment, and accountability and get on the bike? How can you get on that bike and actually achieve increased communication, alignment, and accountability? How can we move then also to level 4 and ensure that your organization is achieving the results that they are looking for? That's a question worth tackling, and that's what we're going to tackle today.